and welcome to The Queen's Blades, a Tales of the Valiant actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world.
Philip, what happened last time?
Last time, having thoroughly split the party, each of you did some different kinds of investigation. Murray investigated the scene of your battle against the Fiend and the Mage, used entanglement to create a distraction and draw the guards away, but some less than stellar rolls drew back some attention, and so Murray has darted back into hiding, carrying only a small leather book that she found at the scene, as well as a bit of the Fiend's armor, which was still lying there. Trifton has slipped into a chapel near the docks, and excuse me, and has not quite threatened, but just made it clear to the priest that works there that there really aren't options. And he has reluctantly led her down into an old smuggler's tunnel, on the entrance to which she noticed a small, curious symbol that didn't mean anything at all. And Taliesin has, clambered up the side of a noblewoman's house and slipped into her bedroom via a balcony.
Why is this being so creepily recapped when it gets to me? Hold on.
Why? It was perfectly accurate.
Why do I get the Chris Hansen recap over here? This is horrible.
Taliesin tried to bluff his way in order to meet with a close acquaintance of Regent Diani in the upper echelons of Thranish society, who has perhaps has some useful inside knowledge. Taliesin was thwarted in his effort to walk in due to the arrival of Andri Escaliendro,
dreamy,
who apparently is with whom Taliesin is apparently doomed to have some sort of flirtatious duel.
I can't stop flirting with you, Philip. It's the problem.
We all hate it too. It's just the worst.
And eventually did manage to slip in and speak with Lady Sorella. And she warned that Closen was going to try and use the current emergency to seize additional powers, and that the current line is that this was some sort of Ondarian attack that puts Thrain back on the brink of war. Just as Taliesin was making his extremely dashing exit via the balcony, a bad stealth roll caused the door to fly open and Andri to see Taliesin as he leaps from the balcony back up to the roof. And that is where we left everyone. And so, as we jump back in, Murray. So you are in possession of a leather book and a bit of ornate armor. We'll say it's like a vambrace or something, a forearm guard, something relatively easy to have dashed off with.
Thank you.
Considering that the Fiend was like 8 feet tall, I don't figure you walked off with the breastplate.
Slowly dragging it behind me.
You are watching from hiding as a group of the Silver Shields reprimands the local watch for their sloppiness, and basically takes out their frustration at having been called back over what has more or less turned out to be nothing. And so you are watching from hiding as this takes place. What's Murray's next move?
Now that I have these in my possession, I I can look at them anytime. So I still want to
Mhm.
investigate this area as much as I can. Philip, please forgive me. Have I been able to? I know I was where the fiend was because I
Mhm.
picked up the armor. But have I been able to investigate much close to the balcony where the mage was and the explosion happened?
So the mage was standing essentially in the archway of the gate. You
Right.
have been over there,
Okay.
but you have not had an opportunity to do any kind of real investigating over there. You were over there and had to hide while the guard
And
came
then
out,
ran.
but
Thank
you have
you.
not yet had an opportunity to investigate over there.
And do we want to
I
just, I'm so sorry, quickly
No, you're
recap
good.
where our dice
Oh,
are?
yes. Your dice counter, our dice timers are the D10 that's representing the passage of time, and is the negative one, is at a 4. The D8, which is the investigation that Murray is currently on, is at a 5 and counting down. And both of the D6s representing Trifton and Taliesin's are at 3s.
Good job, y'all.
Yeah. And you. No, but look, we each did 3 things. We started at 6. You started at 8. We each got 3 ticks off. So
That is very nice of you to
it's also true.
quantify.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I would like to try to work my way around back to the gatehouse and the archway in the gatehouse.
Okay. So this has gotten a little bit harder just because the militia, the local guard have just been chewed out. And so they are much more on their game as they come back to their posts. The Silver Shield linger a little while, watching the area suspiciously before they start to move off back on their interrupted patrol. So it's probably a stealth check to get back over there, although I would accept an argument for something else.
Philip, here's what I would like to do.
Okay.
I wait until it dies down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, like they're back. I would like to cast Moonbeam back where I did entangle the first time.
Okay. Cool.
With the acknowledgement that some might go over and not all, but
Right.
some distracted is better than 0 distracted.
Okay, sure. Let me roll an insight check. Your spell DCs is 14. Am I remembering right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Well, that is not the world's most impressive insight check. What's his modifier at?
Do we
Not
know what Moonbeam
amazing.
does?
So normally Moonbeam as a spell would like hurt shape changers and reveal their innate shape. Murray would be very uncomfortable with Moonbeam as a spell. But it would just essentially, I mean, it'd be like creating a spotlight, right?
Yes, yeah, that's what I was picturing.
Yeah. So suddenly there's a spotlight shining on that spot from nowhere in particular. Okay, so that's a 9. So the captain of the watch kind of glances, around and just does one of these double takes, and all right, you two stay alert. You come with me. And he and one of the other guards start to walk over towards the Moonbeam, and you watch as he takes the halberd or something that he's got and kind of just probes the back end of the haft into the light, and you watch as they kind of crane their necks around to try and see a light source for this mysterious column of silver light when it's still relatively early in the evening. Yes, a couple of them have been successfully distracted.
Excellent. All right. Stealth it is.
Okay.
I am going to give these digital dice another opportunity.
Here we go.
Okay.
18.
18 is a success.
Awesome.
Okay, so you slip over to the into the gatehouse. And again, just to remind viewers and listeners, Murray has a feat from Tales of the Valiant called Covert that basically makes Murray invisible in dim light. And so once in the shadow of the gatehouse, there's no danger of you being spotted unless somebody walks over you or something. So once in the shadow of the gatehouse, you are safe from detection for the moment.
Cool.
And have the ability to look around at your leisure.
All right. So is that investigation or perception?
It seems like investigation.
Okay. 16.
16. So
I'm
you
just
take,
really happy that I'm rolling double digits.
Mhm.
I know.
That's the standard for success right now.
I'm looking at the log here and going, how did we live through the last session?
I mean, that's
Not even
why
in combat.
that's why the timer die is 60% down.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. We will not be living.
So you take the time and quarter the ground and really thoroughly investigate here. There isn't a lot to see, but one thing you do note is you have an opportunity to really take a moment to investigate the gate itself, because you remember that once he became invisible, the gates also closed. And probably it's been kind of gnawing at the back of your mind for a bit, but there have been other things to worry about. And now that you're presented with it, it occurs to you, being the professional security guard that Murray is, like, of the trio, certainly the most professional. How you of course took time to learn how do the gates work. Like, that's a basic piece of security I would want to know if I'm ever going to have to guard the Regent in the main citadel. There's absolutely no way someone closed these gates just like with their hands. Like, you would have to have access to the gatehouse, which is generally locked. Like you couldn't just step through the gate and then haul the gates closed. These are big, giant, castle gates that are moved primarily mechanically. And so you would have to be able to walk into the gatehouse, which, especially on an event where just anybody can just walk into the Citadel, is not left unlocked or unguarded. You would need to be able to walk into the gatehouse and work the controls to cause the gates to open. So in order to have closed the gates, he would have had to have access to the gatehouse somehow.
We knew it was an inside job. Well, we suspected heavily. And now,
And you can tick your die down.
continue suspecting. Whew. Thank you.
What's Murray do next?
Well, Philip, as a player, I personally have never thought about the mechanics of a gate.
Sure.
Weird.
And so I am grateful that you pointed out, like, yes, Murray would definitely have thought about that information. Casey, the player, was like, gate open, gate closed.
With an opener.
Right. When you want them to open, they do. And so I'm
door
wondering,
ever.
like, if she goes to look at the gate mechanic room,
Mhm.
would that be something that would provide information? Like, would she think, oh, I can go look up there to see,
Right.
is it locked? Is the lock tampered with?
So it's possible that there would be clues in there. The two problems that would need to be overcome are the fact that currently the Citadel is on lockdown, and so the gates are, of course, locked, and you can't go through them to get to the gatehouse, because obviously the way to open the gate is on the inside, and you're on the outside. So you'd have to sneak over the
Yes.
wall,
Okay.
which we have proved you're capable of. Though, well, we haven't tried sneaking, but you're capable of getting over the wall. You'd have to sneak over the wall, and then it obviously should be locked and secured. At some point today, it wasn't. Is it now? Hard to say.
Right.
Till you snuck over the wall.
Right. So you would have to sneak over the wall and go into the Citadel before you could find that information out.
Got it. I don't feel great about that. I like
At the end of that, you're on the other side of the wall.
right.
This is also true.
Yeah. I do want to continue distracting the Citadel, and so every round I can move the light 60 feet.
You're treating the militia
they
like a cat.
cats?
Like a cat.
Are they
Amazing.
cats?
Amazing.
If one of them shifts into a cat and chases the light,
But yes, I point the laser a little bit further on.
Mm-hmm.
Murray would probably have it like land on something
Right.
so that maybe it would add significance
Look
to
at
this
this thing.
thing that right. I don't know. I want to keep investigating the area because I feel like there's things that I haven't noticed or observed.
Would you like
But
to make
I
a
don't-
perception check?
I do.
we shouldn't have talked about it.
I know. Back to the single digits. 11.
11. I mean, you seem to have pretty thoroughly distracted the guard.
Yeah. Okay. You said that in the last episode when I got the armor that there was soot from the fiend.
Mhm.
Was that on the armor?
Yeah, there's some on the inside of the armor. Basically, the
Okay.
fiend's like corporeal self immolated inside the armor, and so there's ash and stuff smeared on the inside.
Okay. So if I wanted a sample of soot, I have
got it.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not sure what else to do. I think I'm going to look in the book real quick.
Okay.
Just
So you
see what
crouch
do
down in
I
the
have.
gateway, start flipping through the book. The first thing you would immediately notice, like you would immediately clock as soon as you open it, that this is some kind of spell book. You could make a check to interpret more. Arcana would give you stuff. Investigation would give you something different.
I'm going to go Arcana.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
By the way, that perception check was a failure, so you get a luck point.
Okay. I
So is
rolled
the Arcana
another
check.
5.
Yeah, the Arcana check also gets you a luck point.
We're just very lucky, Casey. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
I feel super lucky. I feel lucky. I think 5s is what I kept rolling last episode too. Well, I tried to read a book and I couldn't. So
You
it's
you
so
do not
hard.
I mean, it's spells. You're trying to interpret the magical writing that that would allow someone to cast spells and interpret that. And you're doing that without the kind of arcane training that a wizard would have. So it's pretty plausible that you aren't able to read this. Like, you can tell it's spells, but it's magic.
I appreciate that spin on it. It's hard to adjust when the roles are not supporting the image you have of your character,
Yep.
and you are having to realign
Yes.
that.
Yes.
And so, okay.
You're also in a hurry. Like,
Wow.
it's not like you're having really
I am.
time to. Yeah.
I don't know what this says. I'm going to give one last sweep of the area. I am running low on time. I've tried to look at things. I would like to give one last sweep of the area to see if there's anything else that doesn't look quite right.
Okay.
Perception or investigation for that?
For kind of sweeping the area from where you are, I'm going to say that's perception.
Okay. Oh, thank you. 20.
You notice one thing. Someone's watching you. On a rooftop across the plaza, someone is is crouching next to a chimney. They've got one hand on the chimney, and they seem to be doing exactly what you're doing. Like, they're sweeping the space, looking at what's going on. On a 20, watching curiously as the militia chase this pool of light around. And then when you notice them, you can tell that they have spotted you.
Okay.
They are
Do I
not
recognize
shouting
them?
or sounding the alarm.
Okay.
They're cloaked and hooded, so it's, yeah.
Hey, Philip.
Mm-hmm.
Are they 60 feet away from my moonbeam?
They're probably within 60 feet of the moonbeam.
I would like to move the moonbeam to spotlight them.
I love this. That's so good.
Immediately, you get the look on their face for a moment. Like, you're at a good distance, but with the supernatural spotlight suddenly on them, you see a face that was watching the situation with slight bemusement suddenly go to realization and also slightly shocked betrayal. And then the militia start shouting, and the figure rises and darts back over the crest of the roof, as the militia start shouting and raising a hue and cry. You hear the sounds of other running feet and responding cries rushing this way, and the pursuit begins.
Did the spotlight help me identify anything more than
Make
hooded cloak figure?
Make a history check.
Okay. Yeah, there's the single digits we were hoping for. 8.
Were we?
No.
Can you do reverse psychology on your dice? I'm trying. Yeah. Did I see them physical features at all that I could describe to? Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, you would guess this was a tall, you would guess male, with light colored hair, and athletically built, and wearing at least some armor. You probably would get some glints off of the moonbeam.
Having something to take away, having felt like she looked at all of the things, and then hopefully had a scapegoat, she's going to take this opportunity to leave this scene unseen.
Sure. Yeah. You can absolutely cheese it. Okay. And as Marie beats a hasty retreat, we will transition over to. Also, you escaped the scene, which means you can bring your die down to a 3.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We'll transition over to a dark tunnel. Hey,
Dun,
Trifton.
dun, dun.
Hi.
It's dark in here, and you are following the footsteps, the echoing footsteps of a priest who's a little bit ahead of you, not entirely in agreement with doing this, but is doing it because the other options seem to be being beaten up. So Elid is just a little ahead of you in the dark as you go along. You can hear the sound of running water, and in a tunnel like this, with the way echoes would work, you can almost certainly hear the sound of the large body of water that you are heading towards. Not really a surf, but the movement of the sea. So yeah, what's Trifton's mode of doing this like? Is Trifton just silent as they go along, or is Trifton talking to Elid, or trying to figure out where they are? Like, what's Trifton doing?
I have looked, Mia, have looked in the Explorer's Pack and see that there is some rope.
Mm-hmm.
So if I may, as Elid starts out, I would like Trifton to say, hang on a minute, and tie a rope around Elid's waist.
Okay.
And then, I know you're not supposed to ever do this with a leash, but wrap the other end around their forearm.
Okay.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, you can absolutely do
Okay.
that. You hear a slightly impatient in the dark near you.
You know, if you didn't know anything about this, you wouldn't be in this position.
I reformed my life and took holy vows. It is. And no, I wouldn't be in this position if you hadn't threatened to beat me up.
Oh.
In a church.
A lot of worse things happen in a church. But go ahead, move on.
Elid turns and starts leading you by a rope.
And while the walking is happening, I do think Trifton would like to question Elid.
Okay.
Make small accusatory small talk, basically. So you reformed, have you? What happened? What caused you to change your ways, as it were?
I didn't like taking advantage of people anymore.
Now, Trifton had originally done an insight. I'm doing this for Colin, by the way. If he doesn't remember that I said do an insight weeks ago,
Oh, I'm here.
I'll be really
Yes.
sad. Okay.
Yes.
So,
I
all
love
right,
to
good.
do an insight.
I'm such a child. But did you see, Colin? Did you see I did the thing? Criminy. So, Crifton, sure, that's a new name. Had learned that Elid wasn't necessarily telling the truth. I believe it was back when Trifton had asked about the marking
Mhm.
and whether that was something that Elid knew about. And Elid said, "Oh no, this is a new marking," and that wasn't entirely the truth.
Yep.
So, so with that in mind, didn't like taking advantage of people anymore. But you did like taking advantage of people before?
I liked money more than I disliked taking advantage of people.
I see. And what was the big turning point for you?
You know, I get that the fact that you could really hurt me means I have to do this, but does it also mean we have to talk like we're in each other's lives in some way?
Boy, this is how you talk to people who are in your lives? Your life?
I share things about myself with people who are in my life.
Hmm. You know, we could do this in the dark, perfectly quietly, with me walking behind you and you not having any idea what I might do next, if you prefer.
Well, I'm the only one who can see down here. So, come to that, I have a substantially better idea of what you're doing than you have of what I am.
Okay. And Trifton pulls on the slack of the rope and brings themselves.
There's a sort of
yeah. So we're now. Could I say like? Does 3 to 5 feet behind?
Mhm.
Okay. Um. You know, you caught me at a rough time. I will be honest, but I guarantee that if you plan on doing something to try to get one over on me, I don't think it would go well for you. I don't think it would go any better for you than it would go for me.
hence my agreeing to lead you into a tunnel.
Excellent. As long as we're in agreement. And then I think Trifton will probably just zip it at that point.
Okay. Trifton, would you make a perception check?
All right, let me just decide
Go.
which of these D20s is going to disappoint me first. Oh, this one. All right.
So the one.
Okay. One sec. Let me just see what my modifier is. Perception. Well, that's Mary, it's a 12 total.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
So I would like you to make a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Now, that's not a saving throw. That is a check.
I'm sorry. Yes, a saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, dexterity is a +6, so
Mhm.
hopefully disadvantage would still not be too poopy. Oh. Okay, so that first was a 7, so that would be a 13.
Okay.
Boy, I talked a big talk for Trifton, but the results are very
Welcome to my life.
9.
Okay.
So that would be
so
9 and 6.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the
I see.
lowest-
9 was the base.
yeah. Yep.
So the lowest is 13.
Yes.
Okay. You don't realize that someone is following you
What?
until you feel a cold, sharp object pressed against the side of your neck, and a hand basically just grabs you by it just grabs a handful of the back of your clothes to stop your movement, and lays a cold, sharp blade against the side of your neck.
It's good. It's speaking to Elliot, it's good to see that you have definitely reformed your ways. And yeah, okay.
And the voice and Elid, you feel Elid stop as the rope doesn't go taut, and you hear Elid say, "Tomorrow we may triumph." And the voice behind you says, "But the shadow will remain." And then the voice says, "How about you let go of that rope?"
How about no?
Right. I don't currently feel the need to kill you, but there's a limit to that. Trifton, you feel a slight tingling sensation where the blade is resting against you, and that tells you that this blade is coated in silver,
Oh no.
which is pretty common in worshippers of the silver flame, but it is that doesn't make it less uncomfortable.
And it's uncomfortable for me as a shifter, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you don't react to it in quite the way that like an actual lycanthrope would. It's more like you have an allergy. It's uncomfortable.
Okay. So I would like to say that Trifton has because Trifton has a strong meditative practice, the idea would be that they would be able I would like the idea to be that they'd be able to maintain their composure in
Sure.
this situation.
Sure.
Okay, and okay, so I'm still operating. So I would like to say, is that supposed to scare me? I would like to. I don't know if you are making the first move, but I would like to try to get away, like get
Okay.
myself like scuttle away from the situation.
Okay. You can absolutely try to do that. You've got a rope in your hand that's attached to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a potential hindrance.
Mm-hmm.
And this person's got a hold of you, but you can absolutely try. It's going to be essentially an oppose. You're going to make an escape check against
Yeah.
their current grapple. So that's going to be either athletics or acrobatics, and again, because you cannot see, you have disadvantage.
Okay, it would be athletics or acrobatics. I am just quickly looking through my I cannot take a dodge action right now. I cannot utilize patient defense. Is that
You could, I would say, utilize patient defense.
there is a very large but at the end of that sentence that you are not saying, but I am hearing.
Not really. I don't know that it's going to. I'm not sure if it's going to benefit what you're trying to do right here, but yeah, you could definitely make use of it.
But ultimately, it's just whether I succeed on getting away.
Yes.
Okay, let's just try to do an acrobatics saving throw. No. Excuse me. Acrobatics check, because that's a +6. And you said
Okay.
disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay. Even if I let the rope out, like I
Even if you let the rope out, it is still dark.
All right, 14 +6. First one is 20. I am done with this die. That's another 7, so that's 13.
Okay. So you try to move quickly, let go of the rope, and you start to try and dart away, but whoever it is behind you seems to anticipate your motion and pivots in a way that your move ends up swinging you against the wall of this tunnel, with the blade still against you.
Okay. At this point, I think I would just like to. I'm just. I would like to make an attack, and if that's possible.
Okay. So I'll let you in just a second. So
Sure.
you swing yourself and end up smashed against the tunnel, and the figure says, "Now I don't want to fight you if I don't have to, and you don't want to fight me in a blind tunnel. But we can."
Yeah, there's no way Trifton is giving up at this point. I don't really like it when people try to decide what's best for me, and Trifton would like to. Is it possible for them to grab their staff?
Yes.
Then we'll start with a staff swing, because the staff would have more reach. If we try to attack with the horns, we don't know where we're going. If we try to punch, we could be punching the air, but staff may have a better reach. Is
Okay.
my idea.
Sure.
By the way, this whole intimidation thing is not what I was expecting from Trifton. So this is all extremely weird. So, what do we do here?
You make an attack with disadvantage because you can't see.
You know, you keep saying that.
It continues to be true.
Every single other character in my world right now has dark vision except this one. Like, how is that possible?
Yeah, dark vision is way too ubiquitous. I would take dark vision away from a lot of creatures in order to just make it actually mean something, but it ends up just being a hindrance for a very small number of lineages.
Fair. And my special. Yep. Don't get your campaigns mixed up. Here we go. I'm irritated. You said with disadvantage?
I did.
So if I am making this attack, what the quarter staff is a +6. So the first one would be 14 total.
Okay.
Are we it needed to go lower? The second one is a 12 total.
Okay. So you try and what happens is you try to swing the staff or jab back or something like that with the staff. And what you hit nothing, even though you're really confident that you should have. And the figure sort of leans in and uses your momentum to shove you hard into the wall. And then that's pretty good. Makes an attack with 27 against your AC.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, you take 7 piercing damage as the knife or the blade cuts in. But you can tell that could have been a lot worse. All right. Honor satisfied? You made the attempt?
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I didn't think I could dislike something more than people making decisions for me, but condescension is right up there. Oh my God. And we're gonna swing again. Like,
Okay. Still with disadvantage.
yep. So I have to first successfully hit a creature to apply any of these.
This is so.
Okay. You have shared that I can attempt to disengage, but if I attempted to disengage because I have the rope, would that still be disadvantage? Oh no, does the disengage get affected by the darkness?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, your
So
ability
it
to
would still-
maneuver in here is very, very hampered by not being able to see.
All right. If you do not mind, I just would like to keep. Nope. Also successfully hit. Okay, that's what I was. Dodge. Oh my. Thank you for your patience. I'm so sorry. The more I panic about it, the less I'm able to comprehend what I'm reading. So I'm doing my best. And I don't suppose there's foliage, heavy rain, falling snow, or mist down here.
There's not.
Okay. Do you know? This is odd. So I'm going to make a pitch here. I have a block of fragrant incense.
Sure.
Does that also imply that I have something with which to light it?
Yes, probably you do.
And would a block of fragrant incense maintain some kind of glow?
Sure,
It
anything that's burning is going to be a little bit, at least.
and my thought is, you can tell me if you think this is appropriate, that would be a more sort of steady glow rather than the flicker of whatever the D&D version of a lighter is.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Boy, I cannot stand the upspeak in every single one of your answers. Okay, so I am going to
The
go.
problem is
Yes,
this. You are
yes,
currently
yes.
pressed against a wall, and you're talking about taking out a block of incense and trying to set it on fire in order to create a flashlight, which seems to
Correct.
assume this person will let you.
Is this person still pressed against me? They've stabbed.
Their hand is pressed against you. They have just essentially lightly cut you with the edge of the knife, which is still there.
Feel like if the edge of the knife is still there, that means that would give me a sense as to where the person is.
Oh, sure. The person's definitely behind you.
Okay. I if possible, then I'd like to just whirl around and throw a couple of punches.
You may absolutely try.
You are definitely wanting me to stop fighting and give this up, but I am pushing, man. We're here now. Okay, all right. I hate my life because that is, what is that? Is that a 9? It's not a 6. I'm so sorry, Colin. This interminable turn will be over. Okay, so that was a 9.
Why?
Well, because I'm taking forever.
No.
Okay. All right. I have one more D something. This is my D20, right? I can barely read this. Oh, forget it. I'm rolling the same one. I give up. That second one was a 5. So with the unarmed strike, that's 5 and 6. That would be an 11.
Okay. You turn and attempt to fight. You swing. The person lets go of your clothes as you turn. You take a swing, and what happens next is that is a 28 to hit you.
This is unfair.
Does that hit?
How dare you?
You swing hard at nothing. You swing hard, hit nothing. You feel a sharp slice against your arm. Would you make a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, and hold on. I definitely have a. Am I allowed to use my special hoobly doo?
I don't know what that is.
I know nobody ever knows. I can't imagine why it is that nobody understands what I mean when I say hoobly doo. There is once per. Okay. All right. Here we go. Once per turn, when I fail a strength or con save, I can expend one of my hit dice to re-roll the save.
Cool.
And must take the new.
You have to take the new roll, yeah.
So there's a chance here.
Yep.
Okie doke. I'm so sorry. Let me just make sure I have read everything. We'll just say that's the case. So con save.
Con save.
All right, let's try this guy. That Now, is this still disadvantage for the con save?
No,
Okay.
this is not affected by sight.
So that is an 8. I have very funky dice. I believe that is an 18.
Okay.
Yes, it is an 18.
That's great. You resist the poison on the blade. You will still take 11 poison damage, but you are not poisoned. And this happens right before the momentum of your swing causes you to fall into water.
Alrighty. There is what the heck is it? Okay, so I'm not, you said I am not poisoned.
You're not. Nope. You took some
and
damage, but you're not in water.
All right. Because then I would have gained luck, which is something. And I have not been knocked prone.
No, you've just fallen into the into
water.
the water that was in the tunnel.
All right. So I have tried to skirt away. The first thing was I tried to skirt away. That didn't work. Then I tried to swing with my staff. That didn't work. Then I tried to punch. That didn't work. And now I'm in the water.
Correct.
But I am away.
You're not currently being held.
Would it be possible for me to does Trifton have a sense, at least listening to the water, of the direction they had come from?
Oh, no, you definitely have no idea which way you came from. You can feel the direction the water's flowing, but you have no idea which way you came from at this point.
Okay. Do I have the ability to... Okay, here's what I think. Let go of how deep is the water?
Not very. You don't think, like, once you get your bearings, you probably feel the bottoms of your feet touch the ground.
Okay.
And you're able to stand up. Like, the water's like at your chin when you stand up in it.
Okay. I think Trifton at this point is going to drop the rope and just start running in the direction that the water is flowing.
Okay.
Or swimming.
Sure.
If it's up to my chin, I can swim in that. So
yeah, you can absolutely swim in that.
Okay. That's what's happening.
You start swimming. You hear no sound of pursuit whatsoever.
Okay.
And I think that's where we'll leave this for the evening.
Oh my goodness.
Come back to Taliesin next week.
I'm so nervous for what you're going to put me through here.
Well, we'll find out next week. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can do so in comments down below, as well as at the links to all the things that these wonderful people do, and the links to our Discord, all of which are down there in the description. While you're down there, hit some buttons. New episode of The Queen's Blade will be back on Monday. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us.